Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how I drew this cloudy fantasy eyeball using colored pencils, so stay tuned if you want to find out. The materials I used to make this artwork are Prismacolor colored pencils, a Pentel 0.7mm mechanical pencil, a Uniball white Sigma gel pen, a kneaded eraser, or any eraser will really work for this, and some toned gray paper. I used the Arteza brand gray sketchbook and I just cut out a little square. So the first step is drawing in the eyeball. And I start out by drawing a big circle and then I kind of try to shape it more into an eyeball shape by adding a tear duct, a waterline, upper lash line, eyelids, all that stuff. And I like to keep my eyes super round because that's just my style preference, but feel free to experiment with different eye shapes and draw the eye however you see fit. Alright, so once you have the eyeball all drawn in, then take your kneaded eraser and lighten all of the pencil lines. A normal eraser will work for this part also. I just prefer the kneaded eraser. This step is very important because it ensures that your gray pencil lines will not mix with the colored pencil you'll be adding on top of this and muddy up your colors. So make sure you erase well, but don't erase the drawing completely. Next, I'm starting in with the colored pencils, and I just start out with like a light base layer in my lightest color, and I kind of just block in a really light layer. I like to work from light to dark layers usually, and you'll be seeing that I use a lot of layers. And I'm just using this white colored pencil to block in a few highlighted areas. Draw in some clouds, just kind of mark where I want them to be before I start adding in the rest of the colors. Once I have this like base layer-ish thing kind of done, I start adding in more colors, and you'll be seeing that I just kind of start layering them a lot. And I'm going to be working in a mix of pinks, magentas, violet, blues, just get kind of a nice gradient. It's also my favorite color scheme of all time, so that's kind of why I chose it. I don't know, I just really love it. It's just like so pleasing to my eye. But yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to add in some of the darker purples at the top. And a trick here is to make that highlight really pop, you want to make it so that it's on a really dark background. So really shade in the top of the eye with the dark color around that highlight, and that will build up the contrast and really make it look like it's a highlight and really make that eye look glossy and shiny in the end. I'm just really going in here with my dark navy colored pencil because I'm just really trying to get in that darkness at the top of the eye so that I can make the highlight pop more. I'm also trying to repeat the same color scheme in the eyeball on the eyelids and the lower lash line, because I kind of just thought it might, complement the piece more. And yeah, you can just keep your eyelids plain if you want to, or you can just go crazy with the eyeshadow like I did. I just find it's really fun, and I like to add more color because I'm just addicted to color. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, pretty much I'm just layering a lot. Yeah, I just kind of add in all the colors, and then when the highlighted cloud parts start to get faded, then I just kind of go back in with my white color pencil, and then I add more color where I want there to be more color, and I just keep building it up and using gradual layers. And I try not to use very much pressure. If you use a lot of pressure, you can get what's called a wax buildup, where essentially the paper can't hold that much wax from the colored pencil, and it just kind of starts to like clump up. And yeah, to avoid that, just use really gradual light layers, and it can be kind of time consuming and can take some patience. Now I'm just taking my black color pencil and I'm just drawing in the upper lash line slash eyeliner part of the eyeball. And I like to make mine kind of thick. And also, don't judge me, I know that my black color pencil is really short, okay? I'm just trying to get maximum usage out of it. So right here, I'm starting to use a bit more pressure to color in the top part of the eye and add more color, because this is going to be like kind of the final layers of color. And so yeah, near the end I start to use a little bit more pressure. I just gradually build up the pressure. Like I start with extremely light pressure, and then near the end I use a bit harder pressure, just to make sure that I get a good coverage of color. Also, can we just look at how good that magenta colored pencil brings out like all the purpleness in the blue colors? It's just, literally, it's just my favorite color. I just love it so much. It just really brought out all the purple hues and brought it all together. I just love it. So now I'm just coloring in the eyelids and the areas around the eyeball, and pretty much I'm just using the same exact method that I use to color the inside of the eyeball, where I start with light pressure and I slowly build up to more pressure, and I just use a lot of gradual layers to build up the color. And I'm just bringing kind of the same color scheme where I go from pink to magenta to violet to blue, and yeah, you know, just kind of repeating the same process. Okay, so right here I'm starting to use my Colorless blender pencil, and if you guys don't know what this is and you never heard of it before, this is essentially just a clear wax pencil. It has no pigment at all whatsoever, and I just use this once I have all the color down that I want down. And if you can still see like some pieces of paper showing through and it's like a little bit patchy, I use this to go back in and I just go over all of that pencil with it. And I use quite a bit of pressure with this pencil. I just make sure to get it all smooth, and I use this on pretty much all of my drawings, and I find it just makes everything so much smoother. And yeah, it's honestly, it's really satisfying to look at before and after I've used the Colorless blender, because it makes such a big difference, really. If you haven't tried this before, I definitely recommend that you go out and get one and give it a try, because they're amazing. And next, I'm kind of trying to add in a few stars with just my white color pencil, kind of just add in some little like really light stars. And now it's time to start drawing in the eyelashes. So yeah, I'm just taking my black colored pencil and I kind of just draw out like a few eyelashes all around the eyeball first, just to kind of give me an idea of the direction that the eyelashes are gonna go. And then I just add a bunch of eyelashes. And if you haven't drawn eyelashes before, then I would recommend looking up reference pictures of eyeballs from real life and just kind of looking at them and looking how the eyelashes come out of the eyeball. And yeah, just kind of take your time with this part. And now it's my favorite part of the entire process, which is highlighting. So I'm just taking my Uniball white gel pen and I'm adding some accents and highlights. I'm adding more stars because the ones that I added with the colored pencil were really light, but I kind of just wanted to get like a variation of less opaque and more opaque stars, you know, kind of to give it a little bit more dimension. And yeah, once we're done with the highlights, pretty much that's it, you know, your eyeball is done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and maybe I could teach you something. If you end up drawing your own eyeball based off this tutorial, be sure to tag me in it on Instagram at Serendipity the Artist, which is where I am most active. I would love to see your work and share it on there. And also, if you like this video and you'd like to see more like it, Be sure to subscribe, and with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!